Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over my 5-star books from the past 3 months. From January to March, I believe it's the 21st, I have read 18 books. I'm not going to go over all 18 in this video. I'm planning on doing a little tier list for all of the books that I've read. Little disclaimer, I'm not the harshest rater in the world. Doesn't mean I rate everything 5 stars, but yes, if I'm having a genuinely good time reading something and maybe it's not written perfectly, it's still gonna get a 5 stars for me if I was enjoying myself. Just keep that in mind. These are just my opinions. If you don't like these books, that is okay. We are able to agree to disagree. I do in my own head, I don't know if everybody does this, I have a 5-star, but then I also have infinite star. Just a step above the 5-star because I just need that. I love giving out my 5 stars, but you know when one is just like, oh my gosh, I love that book so much, but this one is insane. That is my infinite star category. If and when I approach an infinite star, I will tell you. Let's get started. First book is Onyx Storm, Rebecca Yarros. I know that this one has had a lot of mixed opinions in the fandom. Some people are like, girl, we're done, come on. But this is a 5-book series. You're not gonna get all of the answers that you want in the 3rd book. This is like a bridge book. Personally for me, I loved it. I loved every second. I had a wonderful time reading this. I also do feel like this book is more of a deep diver's dream, whereas if you were to just read all of the series and not deep dive anything and that's not what you enjoy, you just want to read it, understand it, and go, this might not have been a favorite for you. I like to watch Fantasy Fangirls here on YouTube. They deep dive a bunch of different fantasy series and they started with Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and then of course they are on Onyx Storm. I love looking into all the clues and picking things up and dissecting every sentence and oh, what can we theorize from this? I love that. And this gave me all of that. It answered a lot of my questions that I did have from previous books, but it also gave me even more questions, which I don't think that's a bad thing. I understand how some people can be a little frustrated by it. When I finished this, I couldn't stop thinking about it for a week straight. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to reread it again. This was an easy 5-star for me. My friend and I read it in almost one sitting. It was like 48 hours and we were texting each other with every sentence. I just had a great time and maybe that's why it was a 5-star. Also, look at the edges. They're so pretty. My next 5-star read is actually a reread, and I didn't rate it 5 stars the first time I read it. I rated it 4 stars. It's Never by Jessa Hastings. I am gonna come right out and say it. I'm a little biased when it comes to Jessa Hastings. I love her. I love the way this woman can write. She just pours every single emotion to every single word that is in any book she writes. This is sort of like a Peter Pan retelling. I'll read the back of it to you because this is the first in a series that's supposed to be 4, so it's not really gonna spoil anything. Growing up, Daphne always knew Peter Pan would come for her, the way he'd come for her mother and her grandmother Wendy before that. The Darling Girls, their stories are all the same. The forever young boy at their window after their 19th birthday in the shimmering magical land behind a star. When Peter doesn't show for Daphne until she's 17, inexplicably full grown, with no excuse for his tardiness, Daphne doesn't know what to think. Still, she has always been told that Peter Pan is her destiny. It's beyond choice to take his hand and leap into the stars, no matter what comes next. But in Neverland, Peter's true colors begin to show. One moment he's making Daphne's heart flutter, and the next he's forgotten her entirely. So when Daphne stumbles into the path of Jameson Hook, the pirate son of Peter's nemesis, she lets herself get swept up in his vulgar charm despite the warning signs. Both boys are trouble and both have dangerous secrets about the strange fantasy land they call home. And if she loses her heart to either one, Daphne might just lose herself too. Doesn't that already hook you? Don't you already want to read it? Love it so much. Love Toxic. Love the drama. Love the miscommunication of it all. If you don't like those things, you probably will not like this book. After rereading it and kind of taking my time with it, I almost read it in one sitting again. I love it. I love how she can make me feel. I feel nauseous when bad decisions are being made. I feel frustrated. I feel sadness. She can really do it all. Not infinite star because I have a feeling as the series progresses, it's just going to keep on getting better. So I'll save that slot for a different book. Next one is from a series, so I'm not going to spoil anything. Ignite Me from the Shatter Me series. This is book 3. Loved it. Loved it. I don't know what was in this, but when I sat down to actually read it, not just start it, I devoured it. The banter between the characters, I'm not even going to say names because I do not want to spoil anything. The longing, the character development that is really started with our female main character is so good, and I was just eating it up. I don't know what happened in the 4th book because I didn't really love that one. From here on out is when you see our main character really start to grow. This one really impressed me. I loved it. I had to give it a 5-star. Next is one you've probably seen everywhere by now. I know I have, and that's why I picked it up to begin with. I went in kind of blind. I didn't really know what it was about, but I saw everybody on Bookstagram, on BookTok, everywhere talking about this book. It is called The Favorites by Lane Fargo. I was freaking hooked on this book. Let me just read the blurb real quick. She might not have a famous name, funding, or her family's support, but Katarina Shaw has always known that she was destined to become an Olympic skater. When she meets Heath Rocha, a lonely kid stuck in the foster care system, their instant connection makes them a formidable duo on the ice. Clinging to skating and each other to escape their turbulent lives, Kat and Heath go from childhood sweethearts to champion ice dancers, captivating the world with their scorching chemistry, rebellious style, and roller coaster relationship, until a shocking incident at the Olympic Games brings their partnership to a sudden end. It was pretty crazy. As the 10-year anniversary of their final skate approaches, an unauthorized documentary reignites the public fascination, with Shaw and Rocha claiming to uncover the real story through interviews with their closest friends and fiercest rivals. Kat wants nothing to do with the documentary, but she can't stand the thought of someone else defining her legacy. So after a decade of silence, she's telling her story from the childhood tragedies that created her all-consuming bond with Heath to the clash of desires that tore them apart. Sensational rumors have haunted their every step for years, but the truth may be even more shocking than the headlines. So crazy. I set a little timer when I read sometimes so I can really lock in and focus. So I'll do like 2 hours at a time, not touch my iPhone, not touch anything. I read this in 6 hours. It was so amazing. There were so many twists and turns that you do not see coming. The writing keeps you invested the whole time. Anytime they're at like one of their ice dancing competitions, you feel like you're on the edge of your seat, like you're watching them in real life. Watching the toxic relationship unfold between the two main characters was a lot. In a good way, kind of. Toxic story, messy, lots of competition aspects. It had a really cool like documentary style vibe, but also had Kat's POV going along with it. You get to hear from multiple people, but Kat will ultimately tell her story. It blew me away. This is definitely one of those infinite star reads that I was telling you about. A 5-star really wouldn't do it justice. It was that good. If you're a fan of Magnolia Park's level messiness, I really think you would enjoy this. It's not nearly the same. I want to do a review about it at some point. Maybe I'll do that for my first book review. Please read it. Let's talk about it. For my last 5-star is Rebel Witch. I can't really talk about this one too much because it is the conclusion of a duology. Heartless Hunter, if you've read it, that one's really amazing too. That was a top 5 for me of the year of 2024, and I read over 100 books that year. This duology in general is amazing. Some people thought this one was a little bit predictable. I didn't. I was just kind of having a good time. I really enjoyed myself. Some of the twists I definitely didn't see coming. The banter, the longing between these characters. It was everything I needed in a conclusion. Literally my only complaint is that it wasn't longer. It was a perfect conclusion to an amazing duology. I love Kristen Cicerelli's writing. It was a pretty unique story to me. This one just picked up right where we left off and was strong from start to finish. I really loved it. 5-star. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, leave me a like. If you want to see anything else from me, if you have any suggestions, comments, concerns, leave me a comment. If you want to see more from me, definitely subscribe. I'm so excited for all of the videos that I'm going to be making in the future. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok at April Schwer. I'm pretty active on Instagram. I'm also on Goodreads at April Schwer as well. And I just really appreciate you watching if you're still here. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.